Okay, how are you guys doing today? Good? Good, good. Great to see you guys again. Today we're going to talk about percentages. So, the main question is, what is percentages? Normally, we know that if we see a number, for example, if we see a 3, and if we put this symbol next to it, it's called 3%. Or any other number, we put this symbol next to it, 10%. Another example could be this 25%. So what is it? Simply speaking, percentage simply means is per cent or part of 100, which we define by putting this symbol. Okay, so part of 100 for a number is a percentage. So for example, if we say 1%, we are actually saying 1 part of 100. Now that we know that 1% means 1 part of 100, so if you guys have seen my fraction and decimal video, you know we can write the fraction, or we can write this whole thing just exactly like this. 1 part of 100. If we take a second example, let's say we see a number this, and we have this next to it. So this is 25%. Again, our fraction is going to be 25 part of 100, or 25%. Now this is kind of big fraction. We can simply simplify it to this one. But I'm not going to get into how to simplify this in this video, because this video I just want to go over what percentage is. Stay tuned for future videos to find out how we can simplify fractions. Okay, so fraction is one way of writing the percentage. We can just say 1%, just put a symbol next to it, or we could say 1% this way. Can we write any other way? Or can we write in a decimal? Oh yes. Let's have a look, see how we can convert this into a decimal. Now, rule of thumb is, or a general rule is, if there is one written like this and you don't see any point or any dot, that means there is a dot and a 0 which is unseen right here to the right side of the 1. So simply, if we just write down 1.0, or if we just write down the 1 only, it's exactly the same thing. So we know by default there is a point right here, right, when we have 1 this way. So if it is in a division form, numerator and denominator, so for every 0 we move the point 1 left. So if we want to cross this 0 off, we put the 0 here, the point here. So this is moves up to here. If we want to remove the second 0, we move the point 1 more here. Okay, so this basically becomes just like this. So now this is our percentage in a decimal form. So now we know we can write it this way, or we can write it fraction form, or we can write it in a decimal. Now let's look at our second example. 25% or 25 in a fraction form, 25%, now in the form of decimal. Okay, so we know 25 has dot here and 0 here. We want to remove zeros from here. 1 0, dot comes here. Second 0, the dot comes here. Make sense? So this becomes in decimal form. So this is exact same figure. We can write it this way, we can write it this way, or we can write it this way. Alright, so let's quickly recap what we have learned today. Okay, so far we learned that percent actually means percent actually means per 100 or part of 100. We can define it by using this symbol. We can write it in a fraction, or we can write it in a decimal. All of these have the same value. Okay folks, this was simple explanation of the percentage, what it is and how we can write it. In my future video of the percentages or more, I will expand on the explanation, and I will go over the word problems, and I will explain that how can you easily solve the word problems. Now if you're interested to learn when those videos come out, please don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now. See you next time.